it's truly a fantasy to where as an African American, we can literally relate to the language. He knows that he likes her, but he's trying to just pretend like he's so hard. Even though it's fiction, y'all, even though it's fiction, but he deals with a lot of grief. She definitely draws from African mythological creatures. So when she asks him for help, he tells her to F off. Hello, everyone. Y'all, I'm so crazy. Today is Friday. Today is payday. And I decided to come to North Decatur to go to the bookstore. This is the bookstore that Danielle Allen is actually going to be at in like 2 weeks, which I'm trying to get the event for Conyers location booked. Well, not this store, but Danielle Allen is going to be in Conyers April 11th, and I really want to go, but the link is not working. So I wanted to go ahead and start up my reading vlog. So for the next like 2-3 days, I am going to be reading Mayhem and the Mortal by Shanora Williams. And now y'all know I love Shanora Williams. So this is going to be my first taste test of her fantasy book. I've never read anything that she has written that was fantasy, but she does have a Tether trilogy series that I also want to get into, but I want to read this first because this is just the first book. So I'm pretty sure she's probably going to add like a sequel to this, but I wanted to go ahead and open up the vlog for this book. I'm in Decatur right now, so it is definitely going to take me a while to get home because I'm going to go in the bookstore, see what they have. Then I'm going to go, I know y'all, then I'm going to go in Half Price Books because Half Price Books is actually down the street from here. Y'all, it took me 50 minutes to get to Decatur from McDonough. But anyway, let's go in this bookstore and see what it has. Getting ready to actually start with Mayhem and the Mortal. I'm so excited, y'all. So I just set my phone on the hot stove. How did I not know the stove was hot? Anyway, so I downloaded the audiobook because I've never listened to any fantasy of Shanora Williams because this is actually like my first time listening to something that's fantasy of hers. So I went and downloaded the audiobook on Audible. They don't have it on Libro FM, which I do have a membership for that particular one, but that doesn't release on Libro FM until like June something. I ended up having to just download it on Audible because they didn't have it on Libro FM. I have credits on both of them, but I'm very strategic in how I use my credits. So I thought that her book would have been on like a read and listen, but this book, y'all, is really, really popular. I was so surprised to see her book at BJ's. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so happy that they are really pushing out her book, because her last book that she came out with, Whispers of the Lake, it was good, but they didn't push it. Like her publishing team did not push her book at all. You couldn't find her book anywhere. So I'm happy that this book is really, really marketed well. So
this is Audible.
So
Recorded Books, an RB Media audio brand, presents Mayhem and the Mortal.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to look Janice Abbott Pratt up. I'm going to have to look her up because her voice sounds like she's narrated some of Jacques Jay's books. I'm going to have to look her up and see what else she's narrated, because if this is who I think this is, oh, this fantasy book better eat down. So I'm actually going to listen to this while I'm washing dishes. So that's why I'm listening to the audiobook, because I have tons of dishes to wash from work that I just was like, I'll wash them, and then I never washed them. That's nasty, y'all. But anyway, so I'm about to go ahead and start the audiobook, but I'm probably going to put it on 1.5 speed. Let me know in the comments, what's your audiobook speed? So I'm probably going to put it on 1.5 depending on the voice, of the narrator. And then I'm going to wash these dishes. And then I'm probably going to keep reading for tonight. I really don't know, because I have a lot to do. I need to like clean my room and do all this extra stuff. But let's get into this audiobook.
Shanora Williams, narrated by Janice Abbott Pratt.
Heart pounding, I continued, passing several cells occupied with prisoners who were hardly clinging to life. Other cells are empty, but have piles of ash and bones. I go when it dawns on me that the ashes are that of the dead. Miss Vivian, my sister, cursed. I don't even know what to say. How do I save her? I usually know what to do under pressure, but right now, my mind is blank. Another swipe set of tears, then reaches through the bars, gesturing for me to come closer. When I'm near enough, as long as we're together. That's all that matters, right? As the footsteps grow near, I realize I can't truly help her if... Right around the brown circling lock, I press shaking hands to my chest, introducing myself. You don't know me, this is head, so smile.
I'm actually on chapter 4, and if you've read anything that Shanora Williams has ever written, you know that her banter can be like really, really funny if you've read any of her romances. In a way, I kind of already feel like I know where this is going to go. The banter between Zara and a guy named Thane is like really, really funny. So her sister basically has a curse put on her because she tried to steal a crystal from Sephrin, whom I'm guessing is like a king, supposedly. So he had a curse put on her, and now her sister is on this journey to this faraway land in order to get a prosperity stone in order to save her sister, because supposedly prosperity stones break any curse. So she sees this guy, he walks in. Let me see if I can give y'all like a visual. So he kind of walks in like, I want to say, just picture Blade. Just picture Blade, right? And that's how I'm picturing him, because that's kind of like how Shanora is like describing just his physical appearance and what he has on, his attire. And she goes to him and she's like, this is the one I can probably ask for help in order to guide me to like, I forgot where. I'm gonna have to go back because I forgot where she's trying to go. So when she asks him for help, he tells her to F off. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's just, the banter is so hilarious. And she like, excuse you? I know you ain't talking to me. It's so African American, y'all. Like, the banter is so hilarious. It's definitely something Shanora would definitely write. So I'm just enjoying like the humorous banter, or really like the enemies to lovers banter, because I feel like it's going to be enemies to lovers, but I don't really know yet. I gotta keep reading. So right now she's in the process of begging him to escort her to like this land so that she can retrieve this prosperity stone. So I'm gonna keep reading because Shanora funny, y'all. So, y'all, today it's actually Saturday, and I am on page 135. So I woke up this morning and went to the laundromat to wash me and my son's clothes. Well, he washed his own clothes. But before I get too much into the book, I wanted to give y'all an update of actually where I am. So y'all, I'm having a good time with this. Y'all, I cannot express. I was talking to my girl, Derica, at Shelf Love with D. Make sure y'all go follow my girl. I was talking to her last night about this book. I told her that this book is so funny. And it's written truly like a romance with some fantasy elements within it. It's not a romantasy yet, but you can definitely tell that there is some yearning between Thane and Zara. Zara is the sister that's trying to go to this. I did learn the name of the place that Zara is trying to go. She's trying to go to Elfara. I think that's how you say it. Y'all know these fantastical names have to be all crazy. So they're trying to go to this land to get this prosperity stone. So I love how Shanora Williams is showing us the journey that they're having to take in order to get to this land. And I think that's part of like the world building. So I think that she's actually doing a really great job at the world building, but she's also, y'all, giving us some very, very comical humor, very, very comical banter. Y'all, the banter between Thane and Zara is so funny. All you can do is nothing but laugh. There are some serious moments in the book, but I do love the character development because I love how she's introducing different characters every time they go to like another land to traverse to Elfara. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I got my sports bra. No real bras on today. But so I have not read. So the time is now like, I think it's like, okay, it's 3:53. I read this morning. So I read like 30 pages this morning because last night when I went to sleep, I did fall off on like page 100 because y'all, I couldn't read anymore because I had already been reading like 2 hours. Even though it's a short book, the chapters are really short, which is something that I really love. I don't know, like I feel like the pages are from like top to bottom and there's absolutely no spacing as much. So instead of me getting through like the pages fast as I can. It's probably taking me like 2 minutes to just really read the chapters and grasp the concepts of like what's going on in the story. But one of the things that I'm absolutely loving now is the banter between Zara and Thane. I have my tabs. So y'all know I have my tabs. So gray is banter. And everywhere that there is gray, well, you probably can't see it because of the spray edges, but everywhere there is gray in here is like the banter that's like super funny. And then my pink is for character development. And then this like lilac color is for something that's relatable or events. The orange, which matches this, is for plot development. And the like darker color here, I like a darker plum maybe, is for something that I would like to discuss. Not like discuss with y'all, but something that needs further discussion within the book. Because I like to tab my books according to like, I guess, what I'm looking for within the book. And when I say discussion, I mean, are we going to have resolve with something that was brought up in the book? Okay, so right now I'm actually not reading because I'm dusting my shelves. I haven't did them since I think y'all last saw like my video 2 months ago, and it was time to dust my shelves again. But I just love how you can definitely see the yearning between Thane and Zara, and he knows that he likes her, but he's trying to just pretend like he's so hard. And the way that Shanora describes him, it kind of puts you in the mind of someone who dresses like Blade, not necessarily Wesley Snipes, like the look of him, but imagine his attire on someone like Idris Elba or something like that. Like he has on leather and he has on all black, so it just gives me the impression, okay, it's kind of like Blade. But I'm just gonna imagine like Idris Elba with like all leather on. So yes, with his English accent. But Zara puts me in the mindset of Thelma from Scooby-Doo, just in melanin, because she has spectacles or glasses, but she has like spectacles, and she's very intelligent. She's very just intellectual. She has no type of fighting skills whatsoever. So her character reminds me of Thelma from Scooby-Doo. An opposite combination, right? Idris Elba and Thelma from Scooby-Doo. So it's just so funny, but I'm enjoying the journey that they're having. Even though in her book, it does say that there's like some violence, I don't really think that it's as violent as a typical fantasy. Like if you've read Fourth Wing or something like that, I don't think it's as more violent as it was in like Fourth Wing. But I do love the way that she describes the scenes of like the fighting scenes. I do love that she is very descriptive when it comes to the fighting scenes. Y'all, when I tell y'all the banter though, that's something I cannot get over. That's what I was telling Derica. I sent her a screenshot and I'm actually going to insert the screenshot up here, but I sent her this screenshot and I told her, girl, I was cracking up, but it's truly a fantasy to where as an African American, we can literally relate to the language that she's using. Her language isn't so magical that you're not having a good time. It's just, y'all, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I can't wait till Thane and Zara figure out, girl, let's just be my woman. Just be my man, because she wants him. It's clear. It's clear through the language that she wants Thane. She wants him because he's so opposite of her. And you can definitely tell he's trying to put off that he's attracted to her. He even went and bought her like this honey loaf that she really loves to like bring her spirits up. And she even says something to him to the fact like, oh, look at you getting soft, having feelings. And y'all, I just bust out laughing in the laundromat. I was cracking up. But y'all, I absolutely love it. So I will come back when I have an update. So I am a little over, I'm almost 50% in. I'm at page 177. And y'all, it's just now starting to get like spicy. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm telling you, I am enjoying the conversation, just the banter between Thane and Zara. It makes the book so much more interesting because of the type of banter that they have. They definitely have that love-hate, enemies to lovers. You definitely see that trope within here because, y'all, what just happened? I can't even tell y'all what just happened because I can't tell y'all what he just said because it is super inappropriate for my channel. I was cracking up. Oh my, I'm loving this. I'm just loving like the grumpiness between like both characters. It's just so funny. And I think one of my favorite tropes is enemies to lovers. So I'm definitely seeing it. Like, you definitely can see it. But you can definitely tell she was yearning for him more than he was yearning for her. And I don't know if I like women yearning for men more than men are yearning for them. But you definitely saw it. So now they are in, I think his name is King Dre. Let me see, y'all. His name is, I gotta go back a couple pages, maybe like 2-3 chapters when they first got to the kingdom. This is why I have tabs. So I definitely have tabs for character development. So anytime she introduces a character, I put a kind of like light purple tab, and his name is King Drader. And the reason why they have traveled to King Drader's, I guess his temple, is because Renthia, which is the Minotaur within the story, she wants to go to him to ask him how to get to Elfar. So that's the reason why they are actually at his kingdom right now. And one of the things that I wanted to highlight is that you can definitely tell that Shanora Williams, she definitely draws from African mythological creatures, even though like it's not the same, but you can tell because you have a shapeshifter, you have a lion, you have a minotaur, tiger, and Thane is actually a sorcerer. So I forgot, what is Algar? I forgot what, oh, Algar is a teleporter. That's what he is. And then he has this little, I forgot what the name of the animal, I think it's Manobi or Mayrobi or something. It starts with an M and it's like an animal. So you can definitely tell she's drawing from African mythological creatures. I'm actually enjoying the book. I don't know, it's just so funny. It's humorous. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I really am. I'm having a good time. I wish I could just finish the whole book tonight, but I know I'm not going to be able to finish the whole book because the book is not long, but like I said before, it's top to bottom, no spaces. And it's probably like a size 10 font. So they squeezed a lot of sentences like on a one page, and that's what's making it longer for you to get to like the next page. But yeah, y'all, I'm loving it. I like it. I cannot stand Shanora. She is like hilarious. I just love the writing, and I'm immersively reading it because I started yesterday while I was in the kitchen, and I only started that because I wanted to just get a head start so that when I switch to physically reading the book, that I could physically read it. But I've been enjoying the narrator so much. So the narrator is Janice Abbott Pratt. And I looked up because I could have sworn she's narrated some of Jacques Auger's series, but she hasn't. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that's not her. Because I know Wesley Chabon narrates a lot of Jacques Auger's books. and I think their voice is similar. That's why I think I was getting her mixed up. But I have heard her narrate before for one of Cameron Garrett's books, which is called Off the Record. And I was like, I knew I had heard her voice before, but amazing narrator. The way that I feel about Wesley Chabon is the way that I feel about Janice Pratt. Amazing narrator. So I wanted to keep listening to it because, y'all, the narration makes the book so much more funny. It brings the book so much more life than it already is. It's just hilarious, especially like when she's switching her voice, because she's narrating like all of the characters. So she's switching her voice, and it's so funny, y'all. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I cannot wait to finish this. So when I have another update for y'all, which probably will be tomorrow because it's like 8 something, I'll come back and give y'all like my thoughts on the book. So I am back, y'all, with my closing thoughts. To be honest with y'all, look at it. Look how much. I don't know if y'all could actually see. Let me turn it like that. I don't know if y'all could actually see. Y'all, I tabbed so many amazing moments. I tabbed a lot of introducing of new characters. I tabbed a lot of plot development, things that were developing along the way, and things that I needed more. Like I needed more from Shanora. Like I needed more from her. So I love how the questions that I was asking when it came to Thane, because Thane is our main male character in the book. There were things about him in his past I was trying to connect the dots, and I love how she connected the dots for us, because I absolutely hate when I have a fantasy read and the questions are just not answered. They're not really answered until the next book. I don't like that. I really need some of the questions about the characters and about their background life to where I can comprehend their personality and why he is the way he is. And I love how she clarified this is the reason for his attitude and his demeanor towards himself, towards other people. And I just loved it, y'all. I love the story. And when it came to his background story, you can definitely tell that the main male character deals with a lot of grief. Even though it's fiction, y'all. Even though it's fiction. But he deals with a lot of grief. And so does Zara. That's how you pronounce her name, Zara. I was literally pronouncing myself like Zara, but it's Zara. So they were dealing with a lot of grief, and to be honest, all the characters in the story were dealing with some type of trauma, some type of grief in their own way. And I also love how all of the characters seem to bond over like a period of time. So you're dealing with even themes of like found family. And I love that she was able to find a connection, and she was able to find love and connection and camaraderie and community within the people along the way of her journey. Y'all, I absolutely love the book. So if you're wanting something that is fast-paced, plot-driven, character-driven, I think that it is a mixture of the two, but you can definitely tell it's more character-driven. But I love that she sticks with the plot, she sticks with the storyline. Y'all, it was so good. It was really, Y'all, I can't even describe how funny it was. It was very funny. It was very humorous. I had a good time. I laughed. I'm talking about laughing loud. I was chuckling. And when it comes to the spice, if you're worried about the spice, when it comes to the spice really isn't that much. There were maybe like 3 scenes. And the first spicy scene really didn't happen up until, I want to say, page like 174. Look at me remembering the pages. Like 174, which is almost 50%. I want to say maybe 47% of the book, maybe. But it did not take away from the story. I really think that even just within the story, Zara found her strength. She found herself doing things that she didn't know she was capable of doing. I absolutely loved it. I had a good time with the book. If you're on the fence whether to not to get this, I loved it. Now, this is just my personal opinion because I don't want someone to go out and buy this and be like, you told me to go get it because you said it was good. This is just my personal opinion. I absolutely loved it. I love the banter between all of the characters. And I love when characters can be unpredictable. So there were times where the other characters were thinking that Thane would betray them. And in a way, in the story, which, I mean, it's kind of really not a spoiler because it is like a enemies to lovers. But now that I've finished the story, I don't really know if my assessment of the theme of the trope enemies to lovers really fits this book. I really think it's more of like a grumpy sunshine, like that. Because he's not really like her enemy. So I really had to actually sit and think. I'm like, is this really enemies to lovers? In a way, it kind of seems like it when it comes to like Thane and Algar, because Thane and Algar knew each other before. So when some things transpire along the story, Algar was basically like, I knew you couldn't be trusted. Like, I knew you couldn't be trusted. I thought we were family. I just love the whole development of the story, y'all. And it starts off immediate, like, sister is cursed. And I love that. We didn't have to wait until the plot builds up to the point where she was cursed. But the story immediately starts off with her being cursed. And I love it. And then we just get to see, like, the entire journey throughout the story, and she didn't rush the journey at all. I absolutely loved it. Now at the ending, I did feel like the ending of it could have been a little bit more developed. Like, it could have been maybe, I want to say 20 to 30 more pages of the ending and how the ending transpires. So if you decide to pick up this book, you'll understand what I mean about when it gets to the ending. The ending moved a little bit too fast because it went from not getting what she was trying to get and then back to the sister. So the ending just moved a little bit too fast for me, just way too fast. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, I need more of the middle between their journey at the Temple of Elfar and then her journey like back home to Mariva. But when this came out, I did not hesitate to get it. And if there is a sequel to this, I'm getting it. I just have to, because it does leave off on a cliffhanger, and that's all I'm going to say. So if you've picked up this for yourself, let me know in the comments. If you stayed to the end of the video, you already know what to do. Put a book emoji in the comments, because I like to know who actually stayed until the end of the video, because it really helps and supports my channel. If you're not new to my channel and you want to subscribe, go ahead and click the notification bell, click all, so you'll be notified of any future videos. Until next time, thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.